It's the bus stop, swerving into what's hot. Coming live, Shady Sports, yeah, we got it on live. Sports and music, yeah, let's get into it. Do it like no other, do it. Blueprint for consuming the team that's never losing. Coming live from Colorado, like shit and follow. Shady Sports, the motto, fresher than avocado. Play by play and ball for ball, we coming to you from afar. Day to day and call for call, we talk about it all.
Yeah, it's the bus stop, talking sports and hip hop. Jump on the bandwagon, cause we talking what's hot. 8303, Denver, what's happening? We got sports action, come take a ride with us. If you DJ and a rapping, no capping, stand LinkedIn, bringing sports and rap news, stats news, and talking Denver Zuzu. And we ain't hard to find, we on Shady Sports Network like all the time. Gemini and Static got the ball, it's time to grind. It's the show you won't wanna miss, not one line. And ain't there not a show bringing what we bringing. So go ahead and tune in, man, we just hanging at the bus stop.
Shady Sports, 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 Shady Sports.
What is up, everyone? This is not the bus stop. It is indeed Fantasy Reports. But I mean, once it started playing, I was like, I'm going to just let it ride. You feel me? And just let it keep going. So what is going on, everybody? You know what it is. It's the bus driver Tuesday night. So Fantasy Reports. Gosh, I don't know what's up with my throat, but we'll power through it. Keep it moving. Keep it moving. What's going on, everybody? As you see in the title, tonight, we will be covering the AFC South fantasy sleepers, right? You know what I mean? Talking anything from Tank Bigsby to Jonathan Taylor. So rock with us. You know, it's going to be a fun night. Rock with me, I guess, rather. Last week, we covered the NFC East. So we talked NFC East players like Jayden Daniels, players like Saquon Barkley, obviously, the big names. So let's see what names we come up with out of the AFC South. Let's turn our attention to this and see who's trending up, who's sliding down, and which sleepers you need, right? Because that's one of the big things in fantasy, right? So those sleepers. So guys, go ahead, rock with me. You know, we're gonna turn it over to the promo. But before we get to it, I want to get this question out. See if we can get some conversation going. So, who is your fantasy sleeper from the AFC South? So who is your AFC South fantasy sleeper? And I'll put it in the chat. And it looks like we got a new member tonight, guys. Texas Pete. What up, Texas Pete? Thanks for becoming a new member to the channel. So, yeah, guys. Who is your AFC South fantasy sleeper? Do you have one? Are you rocking with the AFC South? You see the Fitted, the Fantasy Reports, Shady Sports Network coming up and up and up and up and up. Yeah, so I want to know. But like I normally do, hey, and what's up, Instagram? I always forget I have to go switch between the streams to keep it going, right? Because Instagram don't want to just connect to StreamYard, but it is what it is. Hey, but check it though. Yeah, we'll get into our fantasy risers. So we got some risers, we got some fallers. I think I got some sleepers, buy and sell somewhere in there, right? So rock with me. Let me go ahead and get this Shady Sports Network promo because it's all about Shady Sports Network, guys. So keep rocking with us over here. And like I said, it's the bus driver. I'm the bus driver, and this is Fantasy Reports AFC South edition. So let's get this promo, get right into it, and we'll get it popping, guys. Fred, what up, man? Long time no talk to, bro. Come on, talk sports with me one of these days. You feel me? Real talk. Hey, so tonight we're talking the AFC South, and like I've been doing, right, just giving you the fantasy risers that I think are going to be risers for your fantasy football drafts. Those of you that maybe don't play, just pick up some names and keep it running, right? Those of you that do keep rocking, let me know what we thinking, right? So I'll go ahead and get right into it. You know what I mean? Jumping right into it, I got my first fantasy riser is going to be Anthony Richardson, right? I got to keep my Gators in there, right? So, I know I was down on Cal Pitts a couple weeks ago, but this is a Gator I'm on the up and up on, Anthony Richardson. So put him as a riser. Let me get this over here. And reason I say that, I mean, 2023 stats, not the best. Only 4 games. 2024, 11 games, though. Over 2,000 yards, over 2,300 passing yards, actually. 11 passing touchdowns against 13 interceptions. Yeah, but 635 rushing yards. Up there with Lamar Jackson, right? 10 rushing touchdowns, 50% completion rate. This dude's fully cleared, right? And it's just improving, right? Still splitting reps. I didn't see any updates as of today. I put this together a couple of days ago, but he's still splitting reps with Danny Jones, right? So I don't know. I think he's still got the edge. I don't think they sign him, just to bring in Danny. We know what Daniel Jones can do. So I think he still has the edge. Reports from ESPN and The Athletic indicate Richardson holds the edge as the starter, but his accuracy remains a concern. With some camp throws described as inconsistent by beat reporters, he's developing chemistry with his wide receivers, which could boast his passing output, right? There's a bunch of chatter out there on X and Reddit. Analysts are split. Some call Richardson a boom or bust super flex quarterback with top 5 potential due to his rushing upside, right? He had 10 rushing touchdowns last year. When he was out there, dude was a spark. If you had him, you were like, okay, I think I could rock with them. At least in a super flex, right? But others label him as a streaky and risky unless his completion rate improves to maybe better than 60%. Fantasy Pros notes that his ADP rising to QB 10 to 12 and Superflex drafts reflecting optimism. So people are seeing, especially the Superflex, right? Like you kind of want a quarterback like that. So especially in a Superflex because you can kind of plug and play with that second spot too. So points kind of drift in that second spot. At least for me, maybe I'm doing it wrong, right? But I say, yeah, fantasy fit, maybe a quarterback one with top 5 upside and Superflex, mid-round redraft gamble must have dynasty assets. So in a Superflex, I mean, don't reach for them, but and your mid rounds, was that 10 through 13 or something like that. If he's still there, you need a second quarterback. Might as well grab him. Take that gamble, take that leap. And then, in Dynasty, you go get him. Just put him, right? You can only use one quarterback, right, in Dynasty, so go get him. And then if he pops, you have him. I don't know. I don't know. All right, let's go from a dual threat quarterback with sky high potential. Orange and blue, you see it. Orange and blue. We move to a dynamic wide receiver poised to capitalize on an expanded role in Houston's high-powered offense. And I am talking about my boy. Oh, not Nico Collins, though. Normally be Nico Collins. But I got another riser from the Texans. Tank Dell. I think Tank Dell will be a riser this year. 2023, he had 47 receptions, 709 yards, 7 touchdowns in 11 games. In 2024, he had 51 receptions, 667 yards, 3 touchdowns in 14 games. Right? He ended up getting hurt somewhere through the season, in and out of the season. But they're saying Dell is fully healthy and dominating as the number 2 receiver behind Nico Collins. Joe Mixon was in and out, right? I think Joe Mixon is in and out with a foot injury. So he hasn't been in camp. So the passing game is leaning heavily on Dell and rookie wide receiver Jayden Higgins. I think this scheme is going to emphasize quick, explosive plays suiting Dell's quick skill set. And that's what he's there for, right? I mean, Nico Collins is kind of the over-the-top guy, the big play guy, but Dell is that one that's going to slice and dice you, right? I don't know. I think Dell is going to have a really good year. I think it's safe to say you could put him around 80 to 90 catches with 1,000+ yards for sure. Like, especially if he stays healthy and Mixon isn't out there and they have to throw and Stroud's trying to bounce back, right? So I say wide receiver 3 with wide receiver 2 upside and redraft PPR. High upside wide receiver 2 in Dynasty due to his age and connection with CJ Stroud. Right? I don't know how we feeling. How are we feeling? Is it good so far? All right. So while Dell thrives in a high-octane offense, a veteran wide receiver in Jacksonville is quietly climbing the depth chart with steady, reliable production. And I'm talking about Zay Jones from the Jacksonville Jaguars. So I mean, the Jaguars are just, a whole different team, right? They went and got a new coach, right? They went and got Travis Hunter. I don't know. I think Jones is poised to have a really good season. You could look at him to have maybe 60 to 70 receptions, 700-800 yards, 4 to 6 touchdowns, somewhere around there. Wide receiver 40, 45 range, dependable depth piece in deep PPR leagues, I would say. All right, with that, take a second really quick. Take a minute or so. Tell me how I'm doing so far. Is it okay? Is it good? Is it not good? I don't know. Sometimes I just be rambling. Actually, I'm going to do one more. I'm going to just get one more. Right? Like I always said, just do one more. So, one more subscriber. So, if you haven't subscribed yet to our YouTube page, go on subscribe to that Shady Sports Network YouTube page, right? I think you'll find something on there that you can rock with. So subscribe to Shady Sports Network. Let's see if we get some music behind me. Oh, that's not music. Right. But no. All right, one more riser, then we'll take a second. So yeah, I got Tyjae Spears, running back, Tennessee Titans. Right, this guy had, around 300 to 400 yards the past couple of years. Not a whole lot, bounced around. But I think, his pass catching role is expanded, right? I think you're gonna see a little bit more out of Tyjae Spears this season. Right, so not a whole lot, but he could reach around 700 to 800 yards, especially if he stays healthy. Right, 6 to 8 touchdowns, 40 to 50 receptions, and I think I saw that Pollard was suspended for somebody. Either way, I think you're going to use him as a running back too, a dynasty, and probably like your flex running back in PPR for sure. I think you'll not be mad with his production, especially if you do draft Pollard. And what's the Pollard news? Hold on, let me just pull it up. I thought I saw something. No, guess I didn't. Either way, let me just take a break really quick, guys. Hit that like button, subscribe to Shady Sports Network, right? Help us grow. And then I will be right back with my fallers. So keep rocking with me. This is the bus driver over here on Fantasy Reports, and this is my AFC South risers and fallers. So here we go, guys.
That's money. That's cash out.
Yo, welcome back. Hey, what it is, guys? I'm the bus driver, Cedric Green, over here in this fantasy reports. And this is the AFC South. Risers, fallers, sideways stayers. The breakout stars, right? So right now I'm talking about fallers. I just went over my risers: Tyjae Spears, Zay Jones, Dell, and Anthony Richardson. Some guys I think you'll find for good value drafting in the middle rounds of your drafts, and you'll be able to stock your team with some solid production players. So I just want to shout out to the guys to my man Matt DePalma over at brandonblanks.com. Because look at this. Yo, he did the hat. I got the shirt somewhere around here. I got the shirt over here. He did the shirts. Right? And then we got the Shady Sports Network hats, shirts, beer koozies, think dog bandanas, whatever you need. Check it out at shadysportsnetwork.com. Scroll to the bottom. You'll see the merch. You want to support the network. Yo, but these are my fantasy followers. Names on the decline and why I am not trying to draft these guys. These are players that are losing steam in drafts due to reduced roles, increased competition, or performance concerns. So I think I'm probably fading on them. And I'm just saying maybe you should too. Maybe they have hidden value. Who knows? Anyway, yeah, they probably do, right? First one, Jonathan Taylor, running back for the Colts, right? His 2024 season, he had 305 carries for 1,351 yards, 9 touchdowns, 19 receptions, 136 yards, 1 receiving touchdown, and played 17 games. So, I mean, of course, he's the lead back over there. I mean, yeah. But Anthony Richardson had 10 rushing touchdowns in 2024. Right? Somebody has to score. Somebody has to take those short yardage. And it looks like it was, I don't know. But I'm just saying, like, you got to fall back sometimes. And maybe it's now, right? Maybe it's time to switch over. And maybe he will get those short yardage situation, but maybe that's all that he gets, right? But I think he'll have around 1,200 or 1,400 yards, which is still legit. He's still a running back one, right? 8 to 10 touchdowns. But I don't know if he'll have the receiving upside, right? I think those may turn into runs, depending on who the quarterback is. If it's Danny Jones, then, I mean, turn the pass. Well, you know what I mean. The ball just probably won't be dumped out, right? Probably be around running back 12, 15. I mean, still running back one, probably use running back two, right? In a redraft. Dynasty, maybe not. I mean, you could use them if you got them, but maybe not really trading for them unless you really just need a running back. Like I do in my Dynasty. So if y'all listening, send me a running back. But I don't know. I don't know if he's a top 10 running back. All right, next one, Calvin Ridley, wide receiver, Tennessee Titans. 2,000 or his 2024 stats, 64 receptions, 2,000, 1,017 yards, 4 touchdowns, 17 games. I mean, he really didn't do a whole lot. I don't know if you had him, but I had him for a little bit. He didn't do a whole lot. There were some games he was like, okay, but it wasn't a whole lot. Right? I don't know if, especially as he gets up in age too, right? Probably wide receiver 35 to 40. If you look around Reddit, I mean, all you see is threads that doubt his chemistry, right? All over social media. People just talking trash. So Instagram labels him a bust risk. And you've seen receivers like Brian Thomas Jr. getting ranked ahead of him. So, right, 55 to 65 receptions, depending on who the quarterback is, too, right? Same difference. Colts and the Titans, always same thing, depending on who the quarterback is. 800, 900 yards, 3 to 5 touchdowns, maybe. Maybe. Oh. All right, here we go. I stay forgetting to switch over to my Instagram. Hope you guys are still watching over there too. If anybody's watching, it's amazing. Thank you guys for still rocking, right? He is not a dynasty priority. He's a low-end wide receiver 3 with a wide receiver 4 floor and redraft maybe. So if you can find better, you probably should. I would definitely not draft him early. I would probably not draft him in the mid-round. I'd probably pick him up if you got your receiving core set and he's right there. But you can still probably find better. Right? All right, moving on. Got Dameon Pierce, running back of the Houston Texans. Fade. 2024 stats, 92 rushes, 356 rushing yards, 3 touchdowns. 10 receptions, 68 yards, 0 receiving touchdowns. And he's behind Joe Mixon, who may or may not be hurt. But, I mean, it's still Jayden Higgins. You got Cam Akers. They're both getting reps in camp. And Houston offense is more about passing, right? Didn't we just talk about Tank Dell, Nico Collins, all them guys? I don't know where Pierce fits in. He really never fit in too many places before. Just kind of, good little for here and there. But, yeah. Instagram and Twitter posts are labeling him as a buzz candidate. Yahoo analyst says he's a droppable. He's very droppable in 10 to 12 team leagues. So I don't think you really need to go after him, especially if Jayden Higgins is a breakout. Why would they use the older guy when they got the younger guy who's probably still cheaper at the same time? Right? Maybe 2 to 3 touchdowns. Maybe the 200 to 300 yards rushing. Yeah. So, no, I wouldn't even look at him. Ooh, I got one for you. Michael Pittman Jr. How you feel about that? Wide receiver from the Colts. Had 64 receptions. Over 1,000 yards last year, 4 touchdowns. He's still the wide receiver 1, but Adonai Mitchell and Josh Downs are eating up his target share. Right? You got the Colts going to a run-first scheme, especially if Anthony Richardson's the quarterback. Again, depends on the quarterback. I don't know. You probably see him get around the same thing. 4 touchdowns. You know what I'm saying? 4 to 6 touchdowns. Maybe 1,000 yards. Hopefully a 1,000-yard receiver. You know what I mean? Hopefully he can pull a Terry McLaurin, right? Get 1,000 yards to any quarterback. I don't know. He might be getting close to a wide receiver dead zone. But I like him. Still a wide receiver 3 with a wide receiver 4 floor and redraft. And already an aging asset. He's 27 years old, too. Not a starter. I mean, still a starter. Still number 1, but it's hard to say a starter on that team, right? Hey, I got one for you. So, yeah, that's a fade for me. Like my other fades, Jonathan Taylor, Calvin Ridley, and Dameon Pierce. All right. That was Michael Pittman Jr. Moving on. I got one more quarterback. Jacksonville Jaguars, Trevor Lawrence. Last season, he had almost 4,000 passing yards, 3,800. 21 touchdowns to 14 interceptions. A lot of interceptions. 311 rushing yards, 4 rushing touchdowns. Right? But his 2024 season was riddled with drops and inconsistency. He really didn't elevate the offense. But Jacksonville is installing a new spread scheme, which I don't know. That just means they got to go back, right? Back, fourth and fourth, right? They got to go back to that college scheme. You're supposed to go to the pro scheme, but they're going back to the spread scheme, right? Open it up so we can see everything. Give me 4 receivers. Send them deep every play and drop Travis Hunter down. Cut him across the middle, right? I don't know. Probably be about quarterback 15 to 20, probably 15 to 18. Probably touch that 4,000 passing yard. Maybe. Oh, yeah, I forgot I was writing the names. Rewind it. Rewatch it, right? Hit that like button, guys. Don't forget to subscribe to Shady Sports Network. I think we just crossed over like 2,400 subscribers. Still trying to get to 10,000 by the end of the NFL season. So we want 10,000 subscribers on our YouTube network. So go pump it up. Tell your friends. Pump it up. I'm having fun. It's just me, y'all, the bus driver. I'm just rolling around, cruising the AFC South right now. Talking my risers, my fallers, my sleepers, my droolers, whatever it may be, right? But yeah, like I said, Trevor Lawrence, 3,800, 4,000 passing yards, 25 touchdowns, 10 to 12 interceptions, and probably around 300 to 400 rushing yards still. So like a quarterback 2 in redraft and Superflex. I don't know. You probably pick them up in Dynasty and maybe sit down and see what happens with receivers, but I don't know. Maybe. Probably not. Look at him as a quarterback 2 in Superflex, like I said. Right? Yo, I'm going to step away. Hit you with another Shady Sports promo. Stick around for deep sleeper segments coming up. I got some sleepers for you. And then we'll get this bus rolling, guys. Right? Try to keep this thing moving. We get it going. So yeah, I will be right back with some more. I got my deep sleepers for ya. But let's hit you with the Shady Sports promo. Something for your eardrums. Yo, we got shows over at ShadySportsNetwork.com, the Shady Sports Network YouTube, and the Shady Sports Network Facebook, Shady Sports Network LinkedIn. You get the picture, right? All over the place, right? So keep helping us grow. Subscribe, especially on our YouTube. Please go subscribe. Hit that like button. Let everybody know you enjoy. If it's this show or another show, right? Hopefully you enjoy this show. I'm ramping up for the season, right? Not a whole lot. But I'm trying to keep it going. Hey, I got the deep sleepers, though. Brian Thomas Jr. is my first deep sleeper from the AFC South. Right? Which is funny. You just said Trevor Lawrence was what the heck? Yeah, right. I don't know. I think this dude's going to be a breakout star, right? He is having pretty good chemistry with Trevor Lawrence. And he could be a wide receiver 2 at wide receiver 3 prices, is what I'm saying. These aren't necessarily people that be like surefire, everything, but he could be Trevor Lawrence's everything, right? Especially, I don't know. Trevor Lawrence don't want to lose a spotlight to Travis Hunter, so I don't know. But you could see him getting around 80 to 100 receptions, 1,100 yards to 1,300 yards. So 1,100 to 1,300 yards. 7 to 9 touchdowns. Putting him around wide receiver 15 and 20 with top 12 upside. especially if he pop a couple games. Strong wide receiver 2 in redraft with wide receiver 1 ceiling. And a cornerstone and dynasty asset at 23 years old. See how the age is going the other way? I'd probably look at him around 4 to 6 in redraft. And probably push for him as a top tier receiver in dynasty. So if you have a chance to get him, probably go and get him. Another breakout. Adonai Mitchell. Wide receiver, the Colts, right? Yo, this dude's coming in. He was a second round pick. But last season, he had 55 receptions for 845 yards and 11 touchdowns in Texas, right? So, pretty decent. Big school, played in the SEC, made it to the playoffs, right? They say in camp he's developing a connection with Anthony Richardson and competing for that wide receiver 2 spot with Josh Downs. I don't know. I mean, if he's competing, that means he probably got it. That's all I'm saying. I don't know. He could be a sneaky dynasty stash. I don't know about in redraft so much, but in dynasty, definitely. Redraft maybe flex when people are on bye weeks, but that's not really anything more. But redraft, hold on to him, right? Because beyond, like Leon Bridges say, beyond, right? I can't sing, but I try. Anyway, moving on. My next guy, as far as my sleeper, my deep, these are my deep sleepers. You know what I mean? Like maybe dynasty, maybe you look for some of them, you know, in redraft, but not really so much. So maybe in like a year or two. Tank Bigsby, right? Yeah, he popped a little bit last season to where I was like, oh, maybe he's running back 1, but then they still got Travis Etienne, right? They still got Etienne. That's really, I don't even try to say it with an Cajun accent. Can't say that. Anyway, I don't know. He's splitting work with Travis Etienne right now. And he's a favorite for goal line touches. So we could see him getting it a bit more and getting more chances to score touchdowns, which is what you want in fantasy, right? So putting him, 400 to 600 yards, but still 4 to 6 touchdowns. It's really good. 10 to 15 receptions. So running back 35 to 40. BTN goes out again, running back 25 to 30. So about running back 4 in redraft. Probably handcuffed in dynasty, right? You can hold on to him. Maybe next season he can bump up to a running back 2. But, redraft, you can never have enough running backs. I don't know. I feel like it's a bit different. Alrighty. Moving on. Another deep sleep from the Texans. We got to go deep too. But Jayden Higgins, wide receiver, running back, everything, right? He had 83 receptions, over 1,000 yards, 8 touchdowns at Iowa State last season. Yeah, Iowa State. But isn't that like the Big Ten or something? I don't know. One of those big conferences, right? He was a second-round pick, and he's rising as Houston's wide receiver 3 behind Nico Collins and Tank Dell. With Joe Mixon out, that just bumped up their passing volume. So Higgins is earning 2 wide receiver 2 sit reps and excelling in play action work. So, especially with Joe, like you said, with the running back out, they're looking for alternatives. Not really looking at Dameon Pierce a whole lot, right? But we could see some targets increase if Mixon misses time. And you got to love his dynasty upside. They're going to be looking to move on at some point from all these guys that keep getting hurt, right? So, in redraft, maybe if you see him later in the draft, you got your team, you can pick him up. Maybe if it's a keeper league, you pick him up. But dynasty, I'd look for him in dynasty for sure, which you probably already drafted in your dynasty. So, that's probably that, right? So, those were my deep sleeps. My deep sleeps for the AFC South. I don't know how you guys feeling. What do you think? It's good? Did you like it? you not like it, you rocking with it. Let me know how you feeling about my deep sleeper picks, right? I definitely head over to our YouTube page, Shady Sports Network, if you haven't already, and please subscribe to Shady Sports Network because we are growing. Like I said, we need to get 10,000 subscribers before the end of the football season. So help us grow. Help me get the show better. Come rock with me. Come talk sports with me. Come talk fantasy reports, right? Come talk fantasy sports with me. Yo, but anyway, all right. Before we pull this AFC South Express into the depot, let me hit you with 5 bold predictions to fuel your draft prep and keep your league mates guessing, guys. All right. Anthony Richardson will finish as a top 8 fantasy quarterback with 700 plus rushing yards and 10 touchdowns on the ground. If he gets that completion percentage up, oh man, he could be top 5, but he'll be a top 8 quarterback. Tank Dell will slide into wide receiver 20-25 range in PPR. Don't let that depth scare you. I mean, come on, they've been around. Him and Nico been around. So I think we're gonna see some good things. Tyjae Spears will overtake Pollard by midseason, clocking in around running back 20. So look for that. He's electric in the open space. And with 5.5 yards per touch last season, it's only a matter of time before he takes the wheel in that Titans backfield. Spears take the wheel. Brian Thomas Jr. gets 100 plus targets and becomes a top 15 wide receiver. He's already got the wide receiver 1 role in Jacksonville locked up. And with them dialing up more aggressive air attack, I'm telling you, man, let's go. Yeah. We're saying his name a lot more. Adonai Mitchell cracks wide receiver 40 with 6+ touchdowns as the Colts clear-cut wide receiver 2. He's got that deep speed and Anthony Richardson's trust. We're going to like this. You're going to like this. You're going to like how he produces. The AFC South is filled with value. It has a lot of breakout picks, guys. Some rising stars and some league winners just waiting for you to draft them. So go and get them, guys. Real talk. But before you do that, go check out our Discord. Join the conversation over there. The link's in the description. Like I said earlier, you can grab your fantasy reports and Shady Sports Network gear at shadysportsnetwork.com. It's powered by brandonblanks.com. It's quality custom merch for creators and sports networks like you and me combined. So go check with them, rock with them, lean with them, rock with them, right? Please subscribe on our Shady Sports Network YouTube page if you haven't already. And if you need to know where it's all out, check out the description. I got the link tree in there. Just click on that and it got all that right in one place, right? But you can always catch me every Tuesday at 7 p.m. here on Shady Sports Network, Denver time, Mountain Sports time. And you can catch me every Saturday morning at 9:30 with Static on the bus stop, talking Denver sports and hip-hop. Some good hip-hop, some NBA, NFL news. So hit that subscribe button, drop your predictions in the comments. Then go and grab that gear, man. Support the network. It's cool. It looks good, right? Next stop next week, I will be doing the AFC North. I'm going to switch it up. Stay with the AFC North, right? Burrow's comeback trail and all these hidden gems that could tip the scales in your league. So rock with us next week. From all of us here at Shady Sports Network, I'm Cedric, the bus driver, reminding you, draft with purpose, manage with confidence, and play like every week is the playoffs, right? Draft with purpose, manage with confidence, and play like every week is the playoffs. All right, guys. Catch y'all at the next stop.
I'm a game changer. I'm a game changer. I'm a game changer. I'm a game changer. I'm a game changer.